Violent incidents in the sky remain another huge challenge. Passengers assaulting crew members, public intoxication, and other acts of aggression and verbal attacks. It's a trend that spiked during the pandemic with COVID mask mandates. Since then, the FAA says the rate of unruly passenger incidents has dropped more than 80%, thanks in part to hefty fines and criminal referrals. But the levels are still higher than pre-pandemic years. Just last week, punches were thrown on a Southwest flight in Dallas while the plane was still on the ground. Days earlier, a United flight went through this.
Well, tell them to bring SWAT to shoot me down, because they're going to have to shoot me down today. Remember that. Where are they diverting us? Because wherever it is, there's going to be a bloodbath everywhere. Stop taking over this plane.
So authorities say that man not only tried to open the plane's emergency door, he also tried to stab a flight attendant with a broken metal spoon. Stuff like this has people on edge. So much so that an American Airlines flight diverted last month out of fear a woman was trying to breach the cockpit. But she says she was just aggressively trying to get a drink. Some perspective on this now from the people who live through it every day. Sarah Nelson, the international president of the Association of Flight Attendants, and Teddy Andrews, a flight attendant who also has more than 40 years experience in the airline industry. Thank you both for coming in. Teddy, you've testified before Congress about what has happened to you, and you said that you've lost count when it comes to how often you have been harassed or threatened on while on the job. And there's one particular encounter that you shared with the committee. What happened on that flight?
We had a gentleman that was very upset during the flight about the mask. It was during the mask mandate, and he was refusing to wear the mask, and he just kept railing racial epithets at me. The entire conversation was just every other word was the N-word, N-word, N-word this, N-word this. I don't have to listen to you, N-word, N-word, N-word. And so we talked and we kind of tried to calm him down some. And then I eventually calmed down and put his mask on, and there was no further incident. So that ended pretty well.
How do moments like that impact how you do the job?
Well, every incident that we have takes away from what our primary position is. Yeah. And we're safety professionals first. We don't just serve drinks and pass out pretzels. We're safety professionals, and we're on board to make sure that we're the first primary defense on board the aircraft. And so anytime there's an incident like this, it takes away from us being able to man the aircraft and just be attentive to what's going on in case there is an emergency that actually takes place.
Sarah, something that you've said, it has stuck with me, which is when flight attendants put their uniforms on, they don't know if it's going to be a signal of leadership and authority for safety or a target for a violent attack. Why does it feel like people are getting nuttier in the skies these days?
Well, I think conditions have changed. Pre-pandemic, all the airlines went down to minimum staffing, and they also used the mergers to bring the seats closer together to cut capacity. Yep. And so every single flight is full. You add on top of that the stressors of the pandemic, and people are, what we see on the airplanes is usually a tip of the spear of what's happening on the ground in the rest of our society and politics. Mm-hmm. And so that's what we're experiencing. When you ask Teddy, how does that make you feel? What his experience bears out in the survey that we conducted of flight attendants across the industry at the time, who had experienced at 80% incidents like Teddy experienced in the prior month. And 61% of those incidents were also had racial, gender, or homophobic slurs included in them. That eats away at people. It makes it harder to do our jobs. Passengers, when they hear a strange sound on board, they look to us for leadership. And it's really hard to show up every day not sure what you're going to get.
How do you make it stop?
Well, we thank the FAA for working with DOJ to get the investigations over to DOJ and to prosecute, put people in jail. That is a deterrent for sure. Crew member self-defense training should not just be a voluntary program. That should be a part of our program. And we need to have a passenger banned list. If people are acting out like this on the plane, we need to share that information with the rest of the industry. And if we have that run by the government, it can also be a very transparent program to make sure that no one's civil liberties are interfered with in the process.
And Teddy, I just want to get just your final thought about this is
I think my grandmother taught me a valuable lesson that I live by every day, and that's all of us are response-able. While you cannot control what happens to you, you are able to respond or control your response. So I think when passengers are on board the aircraft, we just want them to just be respectful. Pack your kindness when you pack your suitcase. Pack your mutual respect for one another. And I think we just got to get back to taking care of one another.
We bring people together.
There you
through
go.
aviation,
Through life's journey. We care
Very
for people on
closely
life's
together.
Very close.
But we truly are, especially when you're in a tube flying through the sky, you really are all in it together.
Exactly.
Sarah, thank you. It's good to see you. Teddy, it's wonderful to meet you. Thank you so
for
much.
having me. Great to meet you.
Thank you. That's it for us tonight. I'll be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern. Hope to see you then. CNN Tonight with Laura Coates starts after a quick break.